Today I'm taking you to sunny Nice, one of the most beautiful cities on the French Riviera. In the full film, we'll show you the most fascinating places you simply have to see, from the famous Promenade des Anglais, through the Old Town and Castle Hill, to charming beaches and breathtaking views. Stay with us to see why Nice has been enchanting travelers from around the world for centuries. Subscribe to the Trip Navigo channel so you don't miss our next trips, and visit our website. You'll find more inspiration and travel tips about Poland and Europe. Our walk through Nice begins with the city's most famous street, the Promenade des Anglais. Its name comes from the British aristocrats who came here in the 19th century to spend the winter, captivated by the mild climate and the sunshine of the French Riviera. The promenade stretches along the turquoise sea and the beautiful sandy pebble beach. This is where the heart of Nice beats. Tourists, joggers, cyclists, and locals stroll along, admiring the view of the Mediterranean. Lining the Promenade des Anglais are elegant hotels and palaces, including the Hotel Negresco, one of Nice's most iconic landmarks with its distinctive pink dome, the Westminster Hotel, Le Méridien Nice, and the West End Hotel. All of them recall the era when Nice was the favorite resort of European aristocracy. Walking further along the Promenade des Anglais toward Place Jacques Chirac, we pass the charming Chapelle de la Miséricorde, the Chapel of Mercy. This is one of the most beautiful Baroque masterpieces in Nice, built in the 18th century. Its richly decorated facade and golden interior perfectly reflect the spirit of southern France. In the square stands a monument to Jacques Chirac, honoring the former president of France who had strong ties to this region. Not far away rises the tower of Palais Rusca, once a military building and administrative center, now part of the city's police headquarters. Next to it stands the Palais de Justice, the Palace of Justice, a monumental courthouse from the late 19th century, built in the neoclassical style. It's not only the center of Nice's administrative life, but also a striking architectural landmark. From the streets of the Old Town, we now head toward the Cimetière du Château, the castle cemetery, one of the most remarkable places in Nice. Established in the 19th century on the hill where a medieval fortress once stood, today it is a peaceful, green necropolis offering a stunning view over the city and the blue sea. Walking among the historic tombs and sculptures, you can feel the unique atmosphere of this place. It's not just a cemetery, but also a monument to the history of Nice and its people. Right next to it lies the Panorama sur la vieille ville de Nice, a viewpoint offering a breathtaking view of the Old Town, its red rooftops, and the Promenade des Anglais stretching along the coast. Next, we climb Colline du Château, or Castle Hill, a green park and one of the most famous walking spots in Nice. Among palm trees, fountains, and winding paths, you'll find perfect spots to relax and take photos. On its slope stands the Bellanda Tower, a round 19th century viewpoint. From here, you can admire one of the most iconic panoramas of France, the azure sea, the port, and the Old Town lying at the foot of the hill. Nice is one of the oldest cities on the French Riviera, with a history reaching back to antiquity. It was founded around the 4th century BC by Greek colonists from Marseille, who named it Nicaea in honor of Nike, the goddess of victory, celebrating a triumph over the local Ligurian tribes. The city quickly became an important trading port and later a strategic point in the Roman province of Gallia Narbonensis. Over the centuries, Nice passed under various rules: Italian, Savoyard, and French, which is why even today you can see a remarkable blend of French and Italian influences in its architecture, cuisine, and language. In the 19th century, Nice was finally annexed to France, and thanks to the growth of tourism and the influx of wealthy Europeans, it gained fame as one of the most elegant resorts on the continent. Today, Nice has around 340,000 inhabitants, making it the fifth largest city in France and the undisputed capital of the French Riviera. It's a place where rich history meets modern lifestyle, the perfect destination for discovering the charm of southern France. We now move to Nice's harbor, Port Lympia. This is one of the city's most picturesque areas, full of colorful houses, yachts, and fishing boats. Built in the 18th century, it still combines tradition and modernity. Luxury vessels moor beside old fishermen's boats. It's the perfect place for a walk and to watch the sunset over the Riviera. We continue toward Place Giuseppe Garibaldi, one of the most distinctive squares in Nice, full of history, elegance, and Mediterranean atmosphere. In the center stands a statue of Giuseppe Garibaldi, the national hero of Italy and one of the architects of its unification. But why does his monument stand in Nice? Garibaldi was born right here in Nice, when the city still belonged to the Kingdom of Sardinia. Although it later became part of France, the locals preserved the memory of their most famous son, and that's why his statue symbolizes the shared Franco-Italian heritage. Nearby stands the Roaring Lion, a sculpture of a lion mid-roar, representing courage and freedom, perfectly fitting the spirit of the place. The entire square is surrounded by yellow-gold buildings with graceful arcades and balconies, a prime example of Nice's classic Savoyard architecture. Beneath the arcades are cafes, restaurants, and small shops that give the square its lively Mediterranean charm. It's a place worth visiting not just for its history, but also for its atmosphere. Place Garibaldi is the heart of the Old Town, where history meets everyday life. The Cathedral of St. Reparata in Nice is a true Baroque gem and one of the most important religious landmarks on the French Riviera. From the outside, it captivates with its elegant Italian Baroque facade, adorned with columns, statues of saints, and a dome covered in colorful tiles that gleam in the sunlight. The church was built in the 17th century, but its history goes back to the Middle Ages when an earlier temple dedicated to St. Reparata, the city's patron saint, stood here. The interior is magnificent, filled with gilded altars, marble columns, frescoes, and sculptures. At its heart lies the main altar with the relics of St. Reparata, whose legend tells that her body miraculously floated to the shores of Nice on a wooden plank after her martyrdom. The old town of Nice, or Vieux Nice, is a labyrinth of narrow, winding streets bursting with color, scents, and life. Its architecture reflects the style of Italian Baroque and Mediterranean charm, a reminder that for centuries Nice was part of the Kingdom of Sardinia and Piedmont. The houses here are tall, narrow, and painted in warm tones of yellow, red, and orange. Wooden shutters hang from the windows, and laundry often stretches between buildings, creating a scene typical of Southern Europe. The ground floors are filled with cafes, small shops, and local markets that make the district so unique. From the Old Town, we head to Place Masséna, the central and most representative square of Nice. It connects the Old Town with the modern part of the city and leads straight to the Promenade des Anglais. The square is surrounded by red facade buildings with arcades inspired by Italian architecture from Turin. Through its center runs a wide promenade with fountains and palm trees. And at night, the entire area lights up in a spectacular play of colors. Most striking are the 7 columns topped with figures representing the 7 continents and the dialogue between cultures of the world. Designed by Spanish artist Jaume Plensa, they are illuminated in different colors after dark, creating a magical atmosphere. It's the perfect place for a stroll, a meeting, or a photo. Place Masséna is the modern symbol of Nice, blending history with artistic spirit. Along the elegant Avenue Jean Médecin, Nice's main shopping avenue, you'll find Le Grand Café de France, a sophisticated cafe that has long been a favorite among both locals and visitors. It's a place with an authentic French ambiance, stylish interiors, tables by large windows, and the aroma of freshly ground coffee filling the air. The Basilica of Notre-Dame de l'Assomption in Nice is the largest church in the city, and one of its most beautiful landmarks. It was built in the second half of the 19th century, at a time when Nice, newly annexed to France, was experiencing a period of rapid growth. The church was constructed in the neo-Gothic style, inspired by the famous Notre-Dame Cathedral in Paris. It features 2 slender towers, a richly decorated facade with a stained glass rose window, and intricate stone details that emphasize its monumental character. Inside, the basilica impresses with its brightness, high vaulted ceilings, and stunning stained glass windows depicting scenes from the life of Mary. There is a serene, uplifting atmosphere that contrasts with the bustle of Jean Médecin Street just outside its walls. This is a place well worth visiting, not only for its architecture, but also for its cultural and spiritual significance. The Basilica of Notre-Dame de l'Assomption stands as one of the symbols of modern Nice and a testament to the city's 19th century flourishing. Is Nice worth visiting? Absolutely. This is a city that combines the elegance of the French Riviera with the warmth of the Italian South. A stroll along the Promenade des Anglais, colorful old town streets, the scent of coffee and sea breeze, all make Nice enchanting at any time of year. It's the perfect place to experience culture, history, and breathtaking scenery. Subscribe to the Trip Navigo channel so you don't miss our upcoming journeys. Soon we'll take you to more magical places across Provence and the French Riviera,